got on board a westbound.
We have many, many ways, many tastes, and we share choices.
When you turn on your TV, alcohol advertisement is one of the biggest things we see. This happens especially on commercials where fashion icons and celebrities are used to endorse these alcoholic products. But what is alcoholism?
Hata ni ujiulizanga mpaka saa hii kwa nini watu wanakunywanga. Sijaipata the real answer ya kwa nini watu wanatumia steam.
Alcohol has been part and parcel of human beings, I think from time immemorial. Here in Africa, traditional brews were there, and they had an alcohol content. But to the best of my knowledge, in terms of my experience interacting with people who are drinking alcohol, what we see today is really a deviation from what used to happen.
Mostly si mayouth, na wale mayouth na mtaani wanakam kufall kwa steam kwa sababu ya peer pressure, kutokana na my friends, kutokana na vitu kama parties, mahari, kutokana na models kuona venye wenzao wana behave. So mostly na inspire pia kufanya hivyo.
Of late, most of the songs played through the media talk about having fun through getting drunk and use of other drugs as well. On the other side, none of the songs talk about effects alcohol can cause through those who consume it. With the current media having their largest target group as youths, majority are those found in the university. So how adverse is alcoholism to university students?
Yes, kuna wengine kama wakienda shule, wakiona wengine wanafanya wakishikana pamoja, pia wengine wanaripika. Sasa wanafanya wengine waendi shule, wanatoka wanaenda shule na waendi shule.
So it becomes a societal problem. And it doesn't stop on the working class. It has now penetrated into institutions, including now our universities, which are supposed to be actually the centers of excellence in terms of learning.
Sasa pata wasichana, sasa zingine pata wasichana kama wameenda wanategea wanaume na ni mdogo. Unapata pia wanaume pia anategea msichana. Ni ile tule atanuliwa pombe apate pesa kidogo ila jisort nayo.
If you choose to get along with alcohol, you will. If you choose to study, you will. But what I know that there's nothing like alcohol and studies go together, because you might start it just like maybe it can be occasional, but with time you get addicted. So once you are addicted, you cannot concentrate on your studies.
Utaenda tu unasonga lakini na utafika mahali kumefika mwisho unastaka.
So alcoholism is a major problem in particularly with my experience in public universities. It's a major problem among other related problems, because we have it as drug abuse, substance abuse, one of which is alcoholism, where you find young people are involved in the drinking of alcohol to levels where it's not for purposes of leisure, but they drink until they become irresponsible. They are not able to manage their life, they are not able to manage their studies, they are not able to manage their relationships. And eventually, it ends up being tragic that some of them, their behavior becomes so deviant, they are not able to discipline themselves in terms of academic work, which has brought them at the institutions.
My name is Brandon Mutua. I'm a student at JKUAT Karen. I'm doing BBIT. It hasn't affected me in any way. I enjoy myself. I go to school normally. and it's not a bother. I enjoy myself.
I am Brian Jared Odido, a student at Tangaza ISC-Tangaza. It does not affect my studies because I balance. I don't just drink anytime. I don't drink during classes or when I'm like in midweek. I just drink maybe on Friday evening, Saturday, then Sunday, black, wait for classes on Monday. It does not interfere with any of my school programs.
My name is Njeri Wanjiko and I'm in Catholic University of Eastern Africa, located in Karen. Alcoholism is the thing of the day in university. Every university that's a major problem. Campus guys just want to drink all the time. If it's a celebration, they cannot celebrate in any other way apart from drinking, which I think is wrong. Celebration does not have to be taking alcohol. You can take a bottle of soda like I'm doing and you'll be good.
University, also known as higher learning institution in Kenya, is a place known for undertaking studies starting from certificates, diploma, degree, master's and even PhD, as well as gaining practical skills in different areas of specialization. But with time, this has changed due to the new culture we adopt, especially from the media. To be more precise, the television.
And on TVs, of course, there are so many programs. In fact, nowadays we are talking of channels. You can hardly come across a channel, a TV channel, unless it's religious, which will not have a scene of drinking. Yeah. We have so many soap operas, we have so many programs, and in each one of them we see sceneries of drinking.
Well, I don't use alcohol because I'm afraid I may get high and do crazy stuff. So that's the number one reason why I don't take alcohol.
Yeah, I take alcohol. Occasionally during parties with friends, any other time I get alcohol.
Alcohol is good if you use it well. So, like, there's some people who abuse alcohol. I use alcohol. I don't abuse alcohol.
It's fun. I enjoy myself. But no, taking alcohol has never been a bother to me.
The alcoholism situation in universities might not be as a result of television or generally the media, but it goes deeper to individual behavior and self-control. In the university level, freedom also plays an important part since individuals get to make decisions on their own. Other factors that might contribute to alcoholism among university students include peer pressure.
Peer pressure, that is the influence from the other students, can also be a contribution, because you tend to be like somebody else and you don't know the kind of life that person lives. So that can also be a contribution. And sometimes it's because people have lost their morals. People have just lost, they don't know what to do. People are confused. The students themselves, they are getting confused and they don't know what to do. Sometimes, it's too much on them that they feel that it's like they are getting pressure but they don't have anybody to share with, And then instead of facing the reality, they are tending to dodge. They are tending to dodge the reality, and in that, they find themselves in alcoholism.
An adaptation of the drinking habit from parents.
The child would try to see the parent as a model, as a role model. But the moment that the parent is an addict, then who is going to be the role model of this child?
Sisi addict. Kuja kupata hizi vitu, mambo ya addiction tulikuja kuinherit kutoka kwa maparo wetu. Kuja kupata paro kama mimi paro wangu walikuwa wanatumia. So once alinizaa ama once niliponiwa nikiwa mlevi, ni ile kuonja sikuwa nimeonja. Lakini nakuja kupata paro wangu ndio alikuja kunionjesha Yeye ndiye alikuja kunifundisha kunywa.
Of course, apart from that, we also have commercials, these adverts on all channels, advertising alcoholic beverages and exuding confidence that, if you want to become a better sports person, you want to become a successful person in the society, if you have to become strong, imara kama simba, of course you know what they're talking about. And we see this, and images have a very powerful impact on people, particularly children and young people. They influence a lot. It is not surprising that those who are behind the commercials invest a lot of money in those commercials.
Tele pia inachangia kwa advertisements, inachangia saa zile maybe Guinness wana support pale hivyo, wana support hiyo bottle yao. Napata mtu anaona hiyo Guinness sasa hiyo ndio inakuwa nikitumia, inakaa ni baridi vipoa. Once ameanza kuitumia pombe ni pombe, haijalishi Guinness ni Tusker ni nini. Once umeanza kuitumia utajipata umeingilia makali, utajipata umekuja pombe ya chini kabisa ambayo ni chang'aa.
Yeah, I think it does, because when alcohol is advertised on television, it helps me choose a brand that I can take. I can't take everything in the streets. Choose a good brand and that's it.
Alcoholism and studies have been a challenge to many, which explains the rising cases of a high number of university dropouts. Other cases related to this are indiscipline and generally deviant behaviors among students. This also affects students' lifestyle, as most of the alcoholics get addicted to drinking, which leads them to indulgence into criminal activities just to get monetary support that will enable them purchase alcohol.
Kwa sababu saa zingine wajitoka wanaenda shule na waindi, wanaenda kushikana nao wengine. Kama kuna mwingine alikuwa anaenda na kumbe aliingiza mpaka maneno ya kuiba na tayari ameshauliwa. Je, kwenda kukunywa naenda kuiba kwa nyumba ya mtu anaiba.
Some of them their behavior becomes so deviant, they are not able to discipline themselves in terms of academic work, which has brought them at the institutions.
Juu hiyo into crime, kama kawaida, kisha kwa tu unatumia gauge, unatumia drugs, kuwezeka, tuseme drugs tu zote, utakuja kuenda hapo unaingia katika crime. Kwa sababu once ukishalewa unakuanga mtu kuvuruga, vita, itafika mahali ile ndio ulikuwa nayo umetumia yote, lakini tena mwili inaitisha, still bado unasikia craving, unataka uendelee kutumia. Once umelewa huwezi fanya job, itakubidi utafuta mbinu ya kupata do, na hapo utakuja utaenda kuingilia crime.
Alcohol is a disease. Alcoholism is a disease. Addiction is a disease. And it's upon somebody to know what he or she wants in life and to follow what he or she wants. But with alcoholism, I've seen so many families broken, and you cannot do much with the alcohol, because at the end of it all, you'll just be like somebody who has, even with your education, alcohol doesn't know what education is. And it doesn't matter who you are. Alcohol will just bring you down.
Tutaanza kutaka sasa zile do za haraka. At least tunaenda pale, mfano umenyonga mtu, umechukua simu yake, umeenda pale umeuza haraka. Kwanza ni vibaya sana, unapelekea tu mtu anakuuzia pombe ndio unamuuzia. Then maybe nakupatia hiyo do kidogo, si hata nakupelea maana do kidogo. Kama mostly wengi wale nilikuwa naona kama mimi nilikuwa nafanya hivyo. Nilikuwa naenda na snatch simu, napelekea yule mother, ananigea kitu kama 3, lakini hizo zingine zote sasa ni pombe naweke like nakuja naenda the whole day, sijaenda job, hakuna kitu nimedu, nimelewa, ile do yangu nilipatiwa imeenda, sina kuja kupata, sina amani cause siwezi tembea kwa barabara, nilinyang'anyana.
Alcoholism started long time ago during the colonial period. The society had control over people who could consume alcohol. In the current society, the alcohol drinking age is 18 years. This, as a factor, allows most students in the university to fall under the legal age of alcohol consumption. But so to speak, this should not be a hindrance to a good education. The youth should have self-control and find better ways of dealing with stress and safe ways of having fun.
Because basically drinking of alcohol, drinking of traditional beer was for purposes of socialization, relaxation, and never an issue that would lead to alcoholism, which is actually addiction to alcohol to the extent that you kind of become enslaved. So with the time, which I think can be here in Kenya, we could trace the great manifestations of alcoholism with the colonial period. That as people moved into the new economy that had been brought up by colonization into estates, into urban areas, away from their families, they had to find other ways of relaxing. And I think this alcohol came in on a commercial aspect because you are away from home where you cannot get free traditional beer as you drink with the peers or drink with the as you discuss issues. There was that element of now alcohol being commercialized, and I think that's when we start seeing alcoholism becoming a Kenyan or an African problem.
Wale wa mayuni wako kwa uni naweza waambia wasiingililie, instead waingililie kutumia, hata ili waende kole, counseling in drug abuse, in drug substances and abuse. At least wakuwa wanajaribu kusaidia wale wako kampu, kwa sababu kuja kuna kampu kwa saa hii wengi ndio wanatumia.
Wawache pombe, wamalize masomo yao kwanza, wakae na familia yao.
As the saying goes, make hay while the sun shines.
I am Zakaria Samita. I am a lecturer for many years in Tangaza College.
My name is Coletta Owoche. I'm a social worker and at the moment also studying counseling psychology.
Naitwa Matthew Ouma, recovery addict. Nilikuwa addict to drugs, but 4 years ago nimekuja kurecover, nimereform. Niko hapa kwa hii center, napenda kuishi kama pia animator. Najaribu kumotivate addicts wengine.
Kwa majina naitwa Zaina Juma. Nafanya kazi kwa Lapka na pia kwa Lang'ata, kwa Swap Lang'ata pia.
Got on board